One morning, I woke up. I literally became completely awakened to the interconnected beauty of all life, the great mystery, the grand symphony, all of it. All of its tragedy and triumph, light and dark, its cosmic cycles of history, its infinite expansion of space and time. I was jolted with awakened biocircuitry, illuminating DNA, codons repatterning, my brain fully functioning, breathing deep into my lungs. It was jolting. I was fully alive like never before. In an instant, I had access to the ancient records of time. The rites and rituals of ancient cultures were infused in my blood. I breathed the oneness that runs through my body. The calcium in my bones, the iron in my blood, all came from the elements of stars. I suddenly launched out of my body to see the planet as one life, with billions of unique cells doing their work, making their art, trying to discover their purpose. It was like looking down at an ant farm, except I saw the profound beauty. Then I zoomed out further to see the worlds within worlds, the millions of planets within billions of galaxies thriving with different life forms and advanced species, the councils, the angelic realms, the overseers of universal law and co-creators within the source energy. I inhaled and exhaled, inhaling, exhaling, expanding and contracting. I launched further, deeper, and then with the last inhale, expanding back into the nuclear core of our beloved planet Earth. I was embodied into the rich, fertile soil, crystallized into the mineral kingdom, rooted with the trees. My heart inhaled and had exhaled like the ocean tides. I was awake, reborn. My mission in life was given a new spark. Aha! I started creating whole systems maps, new Earth templates for greater connecting and collective collaboration and co-creation. I saw the hologram of the living world. We were all a part of it. We were all interconnected. A piece of the puzzle. As I mapped the social culture systems, I experienced my own internal system. I experienced the areas I have rejected and hidden within myself, the parts of me I resisted gifting to others, my planetary family, my community. I saw my weaknesses lifted up by the angels of our own unified systems of community. The heroic force of humanity, the turbocharge of adrenaline and awareness that comes with the gift of fear. I was being initiated. We were all being initiated and reborn into the next shift of cosmic and human evolution within this great creation, a gift every so billions of years. How fortunate we were. This crisis, this planetary crisis, was leading to innovation. It was leading to the breakthrough in our greatness. From breakdown to breakthrough, we were striving and thriving, innovating our new leap of evolution. The challenge becomes the solution, and the perfection that lies within is always there in the center. I was startled. It was like lucid dreaming, except I was living, I was awake, I was lucid living. Lucid living is a dream within a dream, and I was the main character and the director. I became passionately entranced in discovering what was right, what humanity was doing that is working, its innovation and brilliant ideas. The worlds and cultures coming together to create a greater whole than ever before in the history of the planet. A return to a balance and a shared system with nature, with the primal forces that drive us into the next phase of humanity. I had to do something greater than just map these new systems, than just put it into action. It was beyond. I needed to be immersed in them. So I just left. I packed up and I went on a year-long journey to the outer reaches of the universe, of my own human neocortex, my own mind. I interconnected the ley lines of the festivals, of the eco-villages, of the communities creating new thriving solutions, new technology, new ways of embodying spiritual practice and technology and tools. I went to ancient temples and their mystery schools, and then to the temples of Damanhur and the modern-day temples of human potential. I took classes in sustainable permaculture, was initiated into shamanism, reinvoked the living memories of the human records. I embraced the challenge ahead by searching for the solutions to our problems. I traveled and interviewed and studied with mentors, with leaders, with culture shifters, with change agents, with the creative culture happening around the world. I visited 30 nations. I found what was astonishing was that this entire new way of living was almost completely unreported by the current media. I had to document this, for this movement is so large and encompassing of global innovation that it's possibly the greatest transformational wave of energy in human history. It is the birth of a new planetary species. I realized that over and over again, we were evolving through this special emotion of fear and its bipart, love. They are the same electromagnetic charge. Fear in the face of ecological collapse, of our actual extinction. This was the exact turbocharge that we needed to become conscious of our own evolution. We needed this shift. This crisis is brilliant. It is the magic creating us and propelling us into our next phase. It is bringing us closer into our hearts, closer into heroism, into love, into compassion, and putting that into action. This brilliant spark of action and compassion, from technology to spirituality, leadership, and heroism, was launching humanity into a new way of co-creating with the laws and the principles of the universe. All systems, from art and culture to economics and education, are being mapped into a whole system where they are all seen as interconnected and they all depend on each other, just like we depend on the living health of nature. We cannot sever our connection from this source of creation, this life-giving force. Everything we do affects everything else. We are all one planetary body teeming with unique individual cells, us, the I Am, finally learning to communicate with one another, rediscovering that we are all dreaming creation into being. This was a living miracle. Then I awoke. I awoke from the dream, within the dream. I had gone on these travels, and I had mapped these whole interconnected living systems. I had stepped into the Hall of Mirrors, the living hologram. I had plugged myself in to the interconnected, unified field of all living systems. But only because I was lucid living. I was dreaming and living. I was doing it lucidly. I was aware that we were all masters. that we just need to wake up and remember that we are lucid living when we are dreaming. And when we are dreaming, we are awake and we are alive. And we are birthing a new species. We are birthing a new culture. We are birthing new worlds within the magic and the dream of our Creator. We are creators. I am a creator.